The river that shouldn't exist, as told by the earth itself. Let me take you deep into the greenest heart of the world, into the tangled lungs of the earth, the Amazon rainforest. There, hidden far from roads and cities, winds a river that breathes steam. Not mist, not fog. Steam rising in silent curtains through the trees, curling around vines like smoke from an invisible fire. They call it Shanay-Timpishka, which means boiled with the heat of the sun. The locals always knew it was real. They spoke of it in whispers, with respect and fear. It could cook a bird alive in seconds. It could turn skin to blisters. It was sacred, dangerous, alive. But to the world beyond the jungle, it was just a myth. Until a young scientist named Andrés Ruzo heard the tale, not from a textbook, but from his grandmother. She told him stories of a river that boiled without fire. He laughed at first. He was training as a geophysicist, and he knew the science. For a river to boil, it needed to be near a volcano. And Peru? Well, the Amazon basin was far from any volcanic heat, but still, something in the story wouldn't let go. So in 2011, Andres traveled into the rainforest with a GPS, a few supplies, and a heart full of questions. After days of heat, mud, and insect song, he reached the place locals had spoken of for generations. And there it was, a river, wide and calm, but steaming, hissing. The water churned in places, frothing with heat. Where animals had fallen in, frogs, birds, insects, there were only bones. The water reached temperatures of nearly 200 degrees Fahrenheit, 93 degrees Celsius, hot enough to brew tea or cook flesh in moments. Andres was stunned. It wasn't a myth. It was real. But how? There was no volcano nearby, no fault line known to leak this kind of energy. And yet this river wound for miles through the forest like a hot silver snake, seemingly defying geology itself. Some scientists now think rainwater seeps deep into the earth, gets superheated, and returns through fractures in the rock. But they're still not entirely sure. What's certain is this: the boiling river isn't just a geological puzzle. It's a living spirit to the local Ashaninka people. They treat it with reverence, using it in sacred ceremonies and traditional healing. But even legends are fragile. Illegal loggers and developers now encroach on this rare place. Trees fall, roads creep closer. If we are not careful, the river that hid for centuries might vanish again. But this time not into myth, but into memory. So now the river waits, still boiling, still mysterious. A reminder that even in the age of satellites and science, there are still places on Earth that whisper magic in the language of steam.